Alright, this is my video I wanted to make. It shows how I set up my SunSun 302 filter. I've had other filters in the past, and this is the first time having a 302, and this is the one that is, I think, rated up to 60 gallons or so. It doesn't have the UV light on it. My thoughts are, made me a little bit nervous. For a $40 filter, I don't want any type of radioactive element in it, so well, it's just the traditional canister filter. What I want to do is just kind of show a couple things on how I customized it. I originally went out and bought it with off of eBay, and I think it was for an extra $4 or $5. It was supposed to come stocked with media. Well, it didn't come with too much here. I'll show you what it came with and how I'm going to set mine up. So really, I'll concentrate on the filter baskets that you have here. This is the 302, the smaller one that they have, and it comes with 3 baskets. I'll show you how it has a backing plate on the top. First basket, just so to point out so folks understand, this may be obvious, the input, the water comes down and through this input. So on the top of the filter there, you can see that's the input that actually, so it drives the water down to the bottom. So my thought process is how I work from the bottom up on my media. So filter plate that was on there. This is the one on the top, middle, bottom. So my thoughts are on this one, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I ended up buying after, I think when I came with the media, it came with one of these blue sponges, a couple of these white ones, and you can see down there some bio balls. So I was pretty disappointed, so ended up customizing it anyways, and it works out in the end. So what I did was, aftermarket off of eBay, I bought some extra coarse filter sponges. So what I did here is just loaded this bottom. There's actually 3 sponges here that I ended up putting in it. I figured the water's coming in here, it's going to strip out the most particles it can, heavy type of waste that comes in, and build a lot of bacteria, beneficial bacteria in there. So my bottom tray, I have 3 coarse sponges on it. My middle one, and this one may be a little bit overkill, what's on the bottom here is it's made up of the bio balls that it came with, which I don't know if they're that great. I use the famous, polyfill filter floss on there. And just for the peace of mind, because I had an extra one, I put an extra coarse sponge on there, really just to keep that filter floss in there. There's nothing that bugs me more than whenever I see this floss, if it breaks free and it starts floating around the tank. I don't think it hurts anything, but it's just peace of mind, I guess, for me, and I had an extra sponge. My final tray on the top here, what I used is, these are those cheap type of, I guess they call these fine pads in here, but what I loaded up with is lava rock here. And there's a ton of it in here. I got some off of, where was it, off of Amazon. This is actually, very fine. It's kind of perfect for this out here. A lot, as you can see, it's very porous. I got something like 5 or 6 pounds for about, I think about $10 or so. So much cheaper than the other type of media that you have out there. So I figure when I look at it again, coarse bio balls with a polishing with the floss on there. Another coarse sponge just to keep everything intact from that second basket. Then I was thinking ton of bio media in there. That's going to be all my beneficial bacteria out there. And then I have this one on the top just to kind of just be a final polish before it goes out there. The other things I wanted to show you, and you don't see this very often in here, is how I did it with my intake and spray bar. I'll apologize for the noise there on my chair. So I'll start with my spray bar. So what I did is I have this on my tank, and I'm actually going to run it the actual depth of the tank. Instead of running across the back, I'm going to run across on one side on the width. So I actually it comes with 2 equal pieces here, and what I did was actually cut one down, and so it's a little bit shorter, so it fits the depth of my tank that I have out there. So I think it'll just be a little bit more gentle current. I think it'll, as opposed to just one input in there, it distributes a little bit evenly. I have a planted tank. The other thing I did was, on my input here, I added a sponge filter on there as well. I'm a big fan of Cory at Aquarium Co-op. He always talks about, a pre-filter on there. If you strain out the big stuff that's, the fish waste that's out there, it keeps your canister that much more clean, and so you don't have to worry about it jamming up as frequently, and it probably gives a little bit more time on here, and it's a lot easier when you're doing kind of your weekly water changes, pull this off and squeeze it out. They come with various adapters if it fits right on the existing pipe that you have out there. So again, it may be overkill, but you know what? I guess you have too clean of water. One of the things I wanted to point out, and I don't know if it's intuitive to everybody, but this is an optional piece that, or a piece that comes on here that's usually capped off, but it has this piece here, and I don't know if folks realize this or not. This is actually a little bit of a skimmer for the top of your water. So when you actually put it in there, this floats up to the top of the water, and then it draws down in there and additional filtering on it. So I don't know if that's ever, it's not really, as anybody that's bought one of these filters, the instructions are really poor on it, but I just wanted to point that out. It may be intuitive to everybody, but just wanted to mention that out there. The other little trick I did was, these pipes are really cheap on here, and this is an adjustable one. And what I did was just put, as you can see here, a zip tie, and actually just tighten it up a little bit, so whenever it adjusts, whenever you adjust it, it has just a little bit more tension on it. So again, this is my setup here. I don't know if it helps anybody out here on the way you do it. Let me know if you have any questions. But it looks like it should be a pretty solid setup on here, and be able to go a long time between cleanings. So good luck with your setup. If you have any questions, let me know.